Well, hello, it is Monday again, and it's time for another episode of Mindset Monday Makeover. Listen, we all need a little motivation on Mondays, and I've got a time saving, content creating strategy just for you. Now, if you have the right mindset, you can do anything. And if you're struggling with creating content, staying in contact with your clients, leads, or potential clients, let me tell you, having a consistent process for creating content by using this strategy will save you time and energy. You already might be working too hard and you don't even know it. One of the things I want you to take away today is that it's super important to have a strategy, be productive, and be consistent. Now, sharing your expertise and helping your clients by driving traffic to your business, to your website, it's just became more easier than you think. Today, we're going to talk about how to take one simple blog post and turn it into 5 social media posts. Now, you may be thinking, how am I supposed to do this? I barely have time to do all of the things, to write the social media posts, to do the captions. Listen, I want you to just think about what I just said. We're going to write one blog post. Now, how do you start the process for writing a blog? Now, even if you have never even written a blog before, it's easier than you think. So, what you're going to do is think of a teachable topic. Whatever your niche is, you are the expert. You have a solution to your ideal client's pain. You can write a simple blog post that will help be the solution and give them tips or tools on how to resolve their pain. Now, what I like to do is pick a day every single week to spend 60 minutes writing. When you do that writing process and you get it down pat, guess what? You will be able to create one blog post. Things that you should include in your blog post for really specific need for design and for content creation is a personal or famous quote related to the topic that you're writing about, answers to specific questions that your ideal clients currently have right now, especially if you can answer the question to their pain. A lot of people are physically complaining about X, Y, and Z, and you have the solution to it. Ask those questions. Last, create a listicle in your blog, whether that's 3 tips for X, Y, and Z, bullet points on how to do one thing or the other, whatever your expertise is, and providing tips and tools with action plans, right? So have 3 to 4 bullet points in your blog that you can create a listicle from. Content creation strategy is next. When you have written your blog, now keep in mind, you do not have to be a professional writer to write a blog. You are the expert. Use your own voice, use your brand messaging, and stay on topic. If you are able to communicate with your clients basically about how you can help them and give them tips and tools that will give them an inkling that maybe they should contact you, you will be surprised of how many leads you'll receive from a simple, informative blog post. Now, copy that you can use for your blog is going to come from personal experiences that you have overcome, how limiting beliefs are holding them back from moving forward, things that people think are myths, and you can resolve them and say, hey, you know what? This is a myth, but this is the truth. And sharing those success stories of your current or past clients will really be helpful in your content strategy. Now, when you have your blog post complete and you're ready to post it, all you're going to do is use Canva or a similar design developing process, and there's so many resources out there that you can use, and you're going to create 5 posts. You can make sure that they're on brand by being consistent in the imagery, the text and typography, and the color story. You're going to use one post that is a sentence from your blog post, and then that post will also Actually, all of these posts will have a call to action that will drive traffic from that blog post to your website to either contact you, to buy a service or product, to connect, or to just continue reading your blog. The other thing you're going to do is use the listicle. When you've created those bullet points and tips and tools, you can create one simple post that will outline that and then will also drive them to continue to read the full blog post. You're going to want to include products and services in your daily post. So one of those posts can include an image of your products or services. As in this example, the book that is related to the services that this client shares is included in this weekly content creation. And then, of course, we have a quote. That's why it's important to have a quote that you can pull out so it ties back to your blog post. When people see this show up in their news feed, if it's on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, they'll be able to remember the post that they saw as they're reading it on your blog. Now, once you've got your blog written and it's ready to be published, you've designed your content and images for social media. Now you can publish and schedule your blog post. Now, this is so much easier than you think. Once you've spent, at this point, you should have only spent at the most 3 hours because it could be new to you. But if you're an expert, you've already got a template in place and you can create 5 social posts, put it in your blog, and be good to go. Now, remember, when you are adding your blog posts to your website, you're going to want to make sure you double check the SEO contents and settings. This is for search engine optimization. When you upload your blog post, make sure that you have a short and serious URL that is going to be easy to read and easy to include as a direct link. You don't want that URL to be super long. Sometimes when you are sharing your post, it can be shortened, but for the most part, if you are sharing a direct link, make sure it's nice and sweet and short. Also, make sure that your brand imaging and social share for that specific blog post is on brand and matches the color story, theme, and title for your blog post. Keywords in the title and the description will be helpful as well. Now, keep in mind, these are tips for when you're uploading it to your web hosting platform. If you use WordPress or Wix or Square, they're going to be all a little different, but make sure you check your SEO settings as you are beginning to publish and schedule your post. Now, scheduling just became super easy because you've already created 5 days worth of content. And if you're real savvy, you might as well go ahead and throw in 2 more and have a full week's worth of content that you can sit back, schedule, and let go. There's a couple additional ways that you can add to this process if you are really feeling up to the challenge. You can include a weekly email blast to your database that includes a highlight of this week's blog, links to your website, to your social media contacts, pages, and also a additional information that you may want to share with them that relates to that blog post. You can also create a podcast. You can use your blog post for a podcast episode and it all relates back to each other. That way there's consistency in your brand messaging wherever anyone hears your voice or reads your content or sees a post from you. You can also turn your blog post and social media post into TikTok videos. You don't always have to use your face to be in front of the camera, but if you choose to, you have content to talk about and teaching points to share in your TikToks and Instagram Reels. You can also sit in front of the camera and teach your blog post by just recording a quick video and uploading it to your YouTube channel. This week's episode of Mindset Monday is really important by being able to learn the process it takes in order to think smart and not work hard. And this is all a part of the entrepreneur lifestyle. Have a great week and go create a new blog post.